Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're embarking on a really focused exploration right here in California. We're zeroing in on undergraduate neuroscience programs.
That's right.
You've shared some fantastic resources, and we're going to, pull out the core insights specifically for three key institutions. The University of Southern California, that's USC, the University of California, Irvine, UCI,
Yeah.
and the University of California, San Diego, or UCSD.
Got it. Three big players in SoCal.
Exactly. Our mission today is pretty straightforward, just to give you a clear understanding of their reputations, the nitty-gritty of the academics, what opportunities are out there, and really what makes each program tick.
Sounds good. It's actually fascinating to see how different their approaches are, even though they're geographically pretty close.
Right.
Comparing USC, UCI, and UCSD lets us look at, public versus private, different campus vibes, the specific location advantages. It really helps frame what might be the best fit, depending on what you're looking for.
Absolutely. So let's kick things off with USC, their undergrad neuroscience program. It's based in the Dornsife College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences.
Right.
And, for a while, USC felt maybe more like a regional powerhouse. But wow, its national profile has just skyrocketed.
It really has.
Yeah.
And that Trojan Family Alumni Network, everyone talks about it.
They do. It seems like it's more than just like a slogan. It actually opens doors professional.
Oh, definitely. That network is a huge differentiator. It's not just that alumni exist, it's how active they are, willing to help out students, recent grads. You hear actual stories, students getting informational interviews, maybe even job leads, just through a Trojan connection. Maybe someone interested in, say, neurotech gets an intro at Kernel because of that shared USC link.
Wow.
And you see it reflected in things like the Wall Street Journal's 2024 ranking, placing USC at #22 nationally. They really weigh student outcomes heavily, so that reinforces the network's impact. It's a tangible benefit.
That makes sense. And the buzz isn't just general, right? USC is getting specific recognition in related fields too, like occupational therapy, biomedical engineering.
Exactly. It points to a really strong underlying ecosystem for neurosciences on campus.
So academically, how does the program actually work? It's described as very interdisciplinary.
Yeah, it pulls from biology, psychology, even engineering. That's pretty crucial. For neuroscience today, you need those different perspectives.
Sure.
And USC offers 3 different degree paths, which is interesting: a BA, a BS, and then this forward-looking computational BS.
Computational. Tell me more about that.
Well, it has specific requirements in computer science and math. It's really designed to equip students to handle, the big data, the AI techniques that are becoming so central to modern neuroscience research. Analyzing huge imaging data sets, building AI models of brain function, that kind of thing.
Okay, so they're definitely looking ahead with that one.
Seems like it.
And it's not all book learning, right? They make you take an upper division lab course.
Correct. Crucial for getting those hands-on research skills.
And the interdisciplinary options seem pretty broad, too. Neuroengineering minor through Viterbi, neuroethics with philosophy, aging, and neurodegeneration through gerontology. That's quite a range.
It is. USC's size really allows for that breadth, offering separate courses in behavioral versus cellular neuroscience at the undergrad level. That gives you some real depth.
Right.
Plus, there's an honors thesis option for students really focused on research. And the flexibility to combine neuroscience with arts or business through double majors or minors, that's pretty cool.
So it sounds rigorous, but maybe manageable, especially with potentially smaller upper division classes.
That seems to be the consensus.
Yeah.
Smaller classes later on, which is typical for a private university, likely means more face time with professors.
Okay, and who are these professors? Where do they come from?
They're drawn from various departments: biology, psychology, biomedical engineering, even philosophy for the ethics stuff. It really underlines that interdisciplinary commitment.
And these are active researchers.
Yeah, established researchers alongside experienced teachers. And USC apparently puts a real emphasis on improving undergraduate teaching, which is always good to hear.
What's the student-faculty ratio like?
In Dornsife, it's around 9-1, so you'd expect good opportunities for mentorship, for guidance.
Makes sense. And for students eager to get into the lab, it sounds like research is a big focus.
Very much so. They really encourage undergrads to get involved in faculty labs across all sorts of neuroscience areas.
Are there funded opportunities?
Yes. Things like the Provost Research Fellows Program. That kind of funding can make a big difference, letting students really focus on their research. And remember, that required lab course ensures everyone gets baseline practical skills.
Right. Okay, let's talk location and connections. LA plus the Trojan family. That feels like a powerful combination for industry access.
Absolutely. Being in LA puts students smack in the middle of Southern California's biotech and healthcare scene. You've got Amgen, Kite Pharma nearby.
Big names.
Huge. And USC has direct partnerships, like their biotechnology summer program, giving students real-world exposure. Plus, USC has its own major research centers, like the Stevens Neuroimaging Institute. Lots of potential there.
And it's not just LA, is it? They seem to have strong ties up in the Bay Area, too.
They do. Their career fairs attract companies like Google, Apple, but also neurotech firms like Neuralink and Kernel.
Yeah.
And they have a really active Northern California alumni club.
Doing what, exactly?
Organizing company site visits, mentorship programs, really bridging that gap between campus and the professional world up north. We hear about students getting Silicon Valley internships directly through those alumni contacts.
Wow, that's impressive. So they're really leveraging connections in both SoCal and NorCal.
Exactly. And don't forget, LA's own growing tech scene, Silicon Beach. That adds even more local opportunities, especially for those with computational skills. Add in guest lectures, maybe capstone projects tackling real industry problems, resources from other schools like Viterbi. It builds a pretty robust picture of industry engagement.
Okay, so putting it all together, what kind of careers do USC neuroscience grads go into, and what's the ROI like, considering the cost?
It's pretty diverse.
Yeah.
You see grads going to med school, PhD programs, but also into biotech, tech, even consulting.
Consulting.
Yeah, the analytical skills are transferable. Their placement rate is high, something like 91% within 6 months back in 2022.
Yeah.
Employers range from places like Children's Hospital LA and Cedars-Sinai to tech firms.
And med school acceptance.
Consistently above average for USC alumni. The Wall Street Journal also ranked them high on salary impact, which speaks to the financial return. That Trojan network effect definitely seems to boost careers.
Right. But the sticker price is high. How does affordability play out?
That's the big question, always. But USC is really committed to meeting full demonstrated financial need. Their average need-based grant is substantial. And they have policies like tuition-free for families under $80 key income, plus significant merit scholarships. So while the initial price looks daunting, the actual net cost can be much lower, especially when you factor in the strong outcomes. The earnings-to-cost ratio can look pretty good.
Okay. What about the actual student experience, the culture, the vibe on campus?
It's usually described as really dynamic, academically ambitious, but also lots of school spirit, that big urban energy.
Very LA.
Totally. Very diverse student body, in-state, out-of-state, international. Strong athletics, big school feel, plus all the cultural and professional opportunities LA offers right there.
Are there specific neuroscience student groups?
Yep, an undergraduate neuroscience society, a Neurosci chapter, places to find your community within the major. The campus itself is urban, but they've invested a lot in things like USC Village for housing and safety. Students seem pretty social, collaborative.
And how flexible is the program structure itself?
Pretty flexible. Those 3-degree options give you choices. Double majoring or minoring seems common and well supported.
Can you finish early?
Possibly. With AP or IB credits. They also have that progressive degree program, the 4+1 BSMS option.
What about transfers?
USC is known for being relatively transfer-friendly, especially from California community colleges. They even have specific merit scholarships for transfers. Plus, study abroad, master programs. Lots of options. They're on the semester system, and advising seems proactive in helping students navigate it all.
Okay, but getting in is the first hurdle. How competitive is it?
Very.
Yeah.
Highly selective. Overall acceptance rate is around 10–11%.
Oh.
Yeah. You need strong academics, obviously, but they use a holistic review. They look for fit, talents beyond grades. They prioritize diversity, too.
Is the transfer rate higher?
Slightly, yeah, around 25%. For students in the Bay Area, USC is definitely a popular alternative to, say, Cal or UCLA, so the applicant pool is strong statewide.
Okay, so USC, pricey upfront, but strong network, lots of options, good outcomes. Let's shift south now to UC Irvine. What's UCI's reputation, especially for neuroscience?
UCI has built a really strong reputation as a major public research university, especially known for sciences, medicine, and neuroscience. Fits right in there. Their standing, nationally and globally, keeps climbing. And location-wise, they're also in that biotech-rich part of Southern California.
Right, Orange County. And the curriculum, what's the main focus for undergrad neuro and netos at UCI?
It's primarily the neurobiology BS major, which sits within the School of Biological Sciences.
Okay.
The curriculum aims to be comprehensive, cellular, systems, behavioral neuroscience, starts with a solid foundation in core sciences, bio, chem, physics.
Do you apply directly?
Interestingly, you usually apply to the major after taking an intro bio course, Bio 99. Though good news, they recently lifted the cap on the major, so it should be easier to get in if you meet the requirements.
Ah, okay. Any interdisciplinary links?
Yeah, connections with the Department of Cognitive Sciences, and you can do minors in related fields. The academics are definitely challenging, especially those early science weeder courses. And it's the quarter system, so it moves fast.
Faster pace, yeah.
But research is well integrated through courses like Bio 199. And there's an honors in neurobiology track with a thesis for high achievers.
What about the teaching environment? Who are the faculty?
Faculty in biological sciences are highly qualified, active researchers, many with teaching awards. They tend to use modern teaching techniques. There are support resources, too, like the LARC, the Learning and Academic Resource Center.
But with larger classes, potentially.
Right. As a large public uni, especially in intro courses, you might need to be more proactive about seeking out professors during office hours for that one-on-one interaction.
And research opportunities, is that a strength at UCI?
Definitely a big strength. Their location helps close to the UC Irvine Medical Center, the Mind Institute for Memory Research, the Reeve Irvine Center for Spinal Cord Injury Research. Lots of places nearby doing cutting-edge work.
So plenty of labs looking for undergrads.
Generally, yes. Opportunities for both paid and volunteer research positions seem available. Plus, summer research programs and lab experience is usually required within the curriculum itself.
Given that location again, how connected are they to the local biotech industry?
Pretty well connected. Being in that hub means proximity to pharma companies, medical device makers, research organizations. That naturally creates internship possibilities.
Do faculty help with connections?
Often, yeah. Faculty with industry ties can be a great resource for students looking for those opportunities.
So what happens after graduation for a UCI neurobiology major? What are the outcomes like?
Generally strong outcomes and a good ROI. A lot of grads go on to med school or PhD programs.
Makes sense, with the bio-sci focus.
Right. For those going straight into jobs, common roles are research assistant, clinical trial coordinator, maybe data analyst. The career services and alumni network help with that. Starting salaries in local industry are usually competitive.
And campus life. What's the vibe at UCI?
It's a diverse student body, pretty active campus. It's that blend of, serious academics, but also the SoCal lifestyle. Lots of student orgs, including bio and pre-health clubs.
Social scene.
Yeah, social stuff, parties, Greek life exists, but also plenty of other clubs and events, campus traditions, and being close to the beach is always a plus for students there.
How flexible is UCI if you want to change majors or explore?
There's some flexibility, especially early on. That internal application for neurobiology after Bio 99 gives you a chance to test the waters.
Yeah.
Double majors and minors are definitely possible.
Can you take classes elsewhere?
Sometimes. Yeah, through UC or campus programs. Study abroad is an option, too. The quarter system means you take more courses per year, potentially offering more breadth, and advisors are there to help plan everything out.
What about getting into UCI in the first place, especially for biosciences?
It's gotten more competitive. Overall acceptance is around 26%, maybe a bit tougher for biosci directly. Admission is usually by major or school.
What do they look for?
Strong academics, GPA, tough courses, especially in science and math. But it's holistic, so essays, activities, leadership all matter. For Bay Area students, UCI is definitely a popular choice within the UC system.
And affordability for California residents.
That's a major draw for the UCs. Compared to private schools, the in-state tuition is much more moderate, lots of financial aid available grants, scholarships, loans, plus the UC Blue and Gold plan for eligible families. And campus jobs, RA positions, can help offset costs, generally seen as great value for a top public education.
Okay, great overview of UCI. Now let's complete our triangle and head down to UC San Diego, UCSD's reputation, especially in science and neuro.
Stellar. UCSD is absolutely top tier, a public research giant, especially strong in STEM fields. Consistently ranks very high nationally and globally.
And the La Jolla location.
Huge factor. Puts them in another major biotech and biomedical hub. Critically, they're right next door to world-famous places like the Salk Institute, Scripps Research.
Wow, literally neighbors.
Pretty much. That proximity and the collaborations that come with it are massive for neuroscience research there.
So what's the academic experience like for a neuro undergrad at UCSD?
It's comprehensive and very rigorous. They actually offer a few different neuroscience-related majors, like neurobiology BS, but also a cognitive and behavioral neuroscience BS.
What's the difference there?
Slightly different focuses, but both ensure a strong science foundation. Advanced courses cover everything from neuroanatomy to computational modeling. That cognitive and behavioral neuro major actually builds in a 2-quarter research sequence.
Built-in research. Nice.
Yeah. And there are interdisciplinary options too, electives in psych, data science, bioengineering. They're also emphasizing computational and data analysis skills more and more.
Like USC's computational track.
Similar trend, definitely. It's a big research university, so yes, some big intro classes, but the faculty are outstanding and the students are generally very driven.
And the faculty, are they accessible to undergrads?
The faculty are top researchers, deeply involved in work at UCSD and those neighboring institutes like Salk. It creates this amazing environment where undergrads really can learn from and work with leading scientists.
Even with large classes sometimes.
Yeah, while lower divisions might be large, the upper division courses and labs tend to be smaller, allowing for more interaction.
It sounds like research is just embedded in the UCSD experience.
Absolutely. Experiential learning through research is probably one of their biggest strengths. Lab experience is built right into the curriculum.
What kind of labs and equipment?
State-of-the-art stuff. Brain imaging, electrophysiology, computational modeling facilities, plus tons of opportunities in faculty labs right on campus. And summer programs, internships in the San Diego life sciences industry are plentiful.
So that La Jolla biotech cluster really pays off for students too.
Hugely. Besides being near Salk and Scripps, students can attend talks by industry scientists, find internships at local biotech and pharma companies. There's a lot of collaboration between UCSD faculty and local industry, too.
What about outcomes for UCSD neurograds? Careers, ROI?
Excellent outcomes. Many go on to top med schools or PhD programs. It's a very strong preparation for advanced study.
And for jobs right after.
Similar roles to UCI grads, research assistants, clinical trial coordinators, data analysts, often in the local San Diego life sciences sector. Given the moderate in-state cost for such a high-caliber university, the ROI is generally considered very, very strong.
What's the campus culture like down in La Jolla?
Diverse, engaged student body, again, that blend of academic focus and the Southern California lifestyle. Lots of student orgs, including neuroscience ones.
Social life?
Yep, social activities, parties, Greek life, but also tons of other clubs and events, campus traditions, plus the beach is right there. It's a pretty nice place to be a student.
How flexible is the curriculum if you want to explore within neuroscience?
Pretty flexible. Having multiple majors helps, plus a wide range of electives. Doing research for academic credit lets you dive deep into specific interests. Minors in related fields are also an option. And they're on the quarter system, too.
Okay. And admissions, how tough is UCSD?
Very selective. Acceptance rate is maybe in the 20–30% range, depends on the year and major.
What do they focus on?
Academics are key GPA, course rigor. Since UCs are test blind now, the personal insight essays are really important too. Like UCI, it's a very popular choice for students across California, including the Bay Area, making it highly competitive.
And affordability for in-state.
Same advantages as UCI. High-value education for a moderate in-state cost. Financial aid, the Blue and Gold Plan, campus jobs, research jobs, all help make it accessible for California residents.
Wow, okay. We've covered a lot of ground on USC, UCI, and UCSD. It's really clear how distinct each one is, despite all being strong in neuroscience.
Absolutely.
So to kind of summarize, USC stands out with that forward-thinking computational focus, the incredible power of the Trojan network reaching into LA and the Bay Area.
Right, the private school network advantage.
And then you have UCI, right in that Orange County biotech hub, offering a really rigorous biology-grounded curriculum with growing industry ties.
Solid public uni, great location for biotech jobs.
And finally, UCSD, just immersed in that La Jolla research ecosystem, next door to world-class institutes, a real powerhouse if deep scientific discovery is your goal.
Couldn't have said it better. A research juggernaut.
Exactly. And as you, our listener, are processing all this, it's obvious each university offers a unique setting, a different set of opportunities within neuroscience.
The strengths and focus areas will definitely resonate differently depending on what you're personally aiming for, your interests, your career goals.
So as you reflect on everything we discussed, the academics, the culture, the connections, the overall value at USC, UCI, and UCSD, which of these environments, which program structure, feels like it might be the best fit for your learning style, your ambitions in neuroscience?
Yeah, and what new questions does this bring up for you now, thinking about these specific paths?
That's definitely your food for thought after this deep dive. Thanks for being with us.